Ants are incredibly fascinating creatures that belong to the Formicidae family and are found in almost every ecosystem on Earth. They are social insects, meaning they live in colonies with complex social structures. In this video, we tell you 35 key and fascinating facts about ants and their life that you may not have known until now. 1. Ants have a very regular schedule for work, sleep, and eating. 2. Like humans, ants yawn and stretch their bodies when they wake up, but they don't complain like us. 3. As a species, ants are much larger than humans. Scientists estimate that ants evolved in the mid-Cretaceous period, dating back 110 to 130 million years to now. This means ants are as old as dinosaurs. 4. Ant eggs have been one of the good taste in Colombia for centuries, because they taste like buttered popcorn. Of course, their price is very expensive. 5. Fire ants cause approximately $5 billion in damage to North America each year. 6. Ants live longer than any other insect. This means that if they are not killed or are not male ants, they can live up to 30 years. 7. Ants have 250,000 brain cells and are believed to be the world's smartest insect. 8. More than 12,000 species of ants are known in the world. 9. Do not try to drown ants. They can survive underwater for up to 2 weeks because they have very small breathing tubes that water cannot penetrate. 10. Every worker, soldier, and queen is female. Male and unmanned ants do not do any colony work. Their only function is to fertilize a queen ant. They die shortly after fertilization. 11. Ants can understand the Earth's magnetic field and use it for navigation. 12. Ants communicate with each other using chemical fermion pathways. Colonies, ants that work, use these chemicals to work together very efficiently. They are called superorganisms. 13. Each colony or hole of the ant has its unique fragrance, so immediately the aggressive ants in a colony are identifiable. 14. If a man runs at the speed of an ant relative to his size, he can travel 54 kilometers per hour. 15. According to Edward O. Wilson at Harvard University, ants are estimated to move 50 tons of soil each year. 16. Unlike other pests like rats, ants don't have ears. But that doesn't mean they're deaf. Ants use vibrations to listen. They use them when they look for food or as a warning signal. Ants use vibrations in the ground to hear by removing them in the lateral limb below the knee. 17. For every one human in the world, there are about 1 million ants. Ants have conquered almost all of the planet, except Antarctica, the North Pole, and several islands. There is at least one native ant species on every continent. 18. Because they are small, ants have no place to deploy a complex respiratory system like our system, the lungs. Instead, they have their breathing methods to help transport oxygen around the body. Ants get oxygen through spirals, which are a series of holes located on the sides of their bodies. The spirals are connected through a network of tubes that oxygen distribution helps in almost every cell in the body. Facts and facts about ants. 19. Ants are ridiculously strong. They can carry between 10 and 50 times their body weight. The amount of ability to carry an ant depends on its type. For example, the Asian weaver ant can lift 100 times its mass. 20. Some Amazon ants are fertilized through cloning, rather than using the traditional reproductive pathway. It has been reported that queen ants copy themselves to genetically produce the girl, resulting in a colony without male ants. 20. Some Amazon ants are fertilized through cloning, rather than using the traditional reproductive pathway. It has been reported that queen ants copy themselves to genetically produce the girl, resulting in a colony without male ants. 21. In addition to humans, ants are the only creatures that raise other creatures. Just like we raise cows, sheep, pigs, chickens, and fish to get a food source, ants will do the same with other insects. 22. Ants have 2 stomachs, but this is not because they are greedy. One of their stomachs is to keep food for their consumption, and the second stomach is to hold food to divide with the other ants. 23. This may sound strange, but some ant species such as Polyergus lucidus are known as slave builder ants. They attack neighboring ant colonies, catch their inhabitants, and force them to work for them. This process is known as the slave onslaught. The captured ants will work as if they were in a colony there themselves, while slave-making workers will focus only on perfecting their workforce. 24. They are incredibly patriotic. When the queen dies, the rest of the colony dies within a few months. 25. The bite of the bullet ant is strong enough to paralyze the tyrant. 26. The colony of 40,000 ants in total is the size of an intelligent human. 27. Ant eggs survive by consuming queen ant saliva. 28. Ants can fight rival colonies once a week. 29. Ants teach each other. They are the only non-mammals that can learn through interaction. 30. What is the fastest animal in the world? A cheetah? No, a certain species of ant has a record. 31. Ants have compound eyes that allow them to see movement. 32. Bulldog ant bite can kill humans in 15 minutes. 33. Ants are very neat and clean. It is known that worker ants carry waste outside the nest to the point of discharge. 34. There is a species of vampire ant. They live in Madagascar, feed on larvae, and drink their blood. 35. Ants are also in the mine. In Arizona, ants find garnets and drag them to the surface.